They say that confession is good for the soul. I agree. An act of confession usually offers us some really deep initial relief. When secrets are brought out of the dark into the light, well, they're not secrets weighing us down anymore. But the telling is not enough for the soul. Confession needs to be followed by action and change. Confession is kind of like the first step. When you confess out loud, it follows that there should be some accountability, at least to those who have heard you, and thus the willingness to change. In the language of the church, we talk about repentance, which simply means to turn around, to change your ways, to take responsibility for your part in the problem. And when we do that, well, the soul sings and change is inevitable. This past Sunday, my sermon was a bit of a tell-all, a confession, if you will, about my white, progressive, Christian, baby boomer privilege. I confessed the fragility I experienced recently when I realized that I needed to yield power to some young, brilliant leaders of color who had a different perspective and an alternative plan for a project that we shared. It turns out that with their leadership, the program was amazing. But more importantly, I grew. And in that growth, collectively, we got a tiny bit closer to building the beloved community, the kingdom of heaven, as God would call it, right here on earth. Have you had a chance lately to yield your power? To leave the comfort of your privilege, to cross over into the unfamiliar territory of ideas and perspectives that are different than yours? I bet you have. The question is, did you recognize the opportunity and confess? Check out my sermon from this last week to hear more of that story, and join us this Sunday at 10 a.m. because everybody needs a little sanctuary. See you soon.